Hello students, I hope that the video of chapter number 1 was enough for you to understand, and I hope that all of you might have seen the whole video so that you could understand the lesson in a better way. Now here is something about chapter number 2, something interesting and something which we see in our day-to-day life. This is something which we are experiencing. The chapter number 2 is about the motions of the earth. This is the earth. What we have learned from our childhood is the earth is round. And that is what we are seeing, and that is what you are seeing on your screen or on your mobile. The earth is round. Now let's understand the motions of the earth. The earth has got two motions. The first one is moving on its axis, and the second one is revolving around the sun. So the earth has two motions. The first one is moving on its axis, which is known as rotation, and the second one is revolving around the sun, which is known as the revolution. You will understand in a better way when you see the images, both these motions, that is rotation as well as revolution. Understanding the rotation and the revolution of the earth, seeing a Ferris wheel in a fun fair as well as a top. You know that every year we have fun fair in our city, and we go or we sit also in this Ferris wheel. We have got in our fun world too. And this is something which many of you might be playing with. That is a top. Recollect the ride you had or seen in a fun fair. Some of you might have sat in this ride where we have got in fun world the Tora Tora, which we call. Okay, now here you can see. Okay, this goes round and round. On what does it go round? It has got an axis. This part you can see, but the below part on which it is being put, that is not visible, but that is the axis on which this particular ride moves. Understanding in a better way still, you can see the tops. I hope you know this. And some of you might be playing also nowadays, isn't it? You get in the market all different colors with a big string, and you might be enjoying playing with it. That's what we also used to enjoy when we were small. It's a top that rotates on its axis. This is the axis. Okay, this is the big top, and this is the axis on which this top rotates. And that is what we saw in the previous ferry wheel. We had seen on the top portion, but this you could not see. So it was rotating on this part. And so does the earth also rotates in this particular direction. Now, what does rotation of the earth mean? The earth rotates like a spinning top on its imaginary axis with a speed of 1670 kilometers per hour on equator. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one full circle. This motion of the earth is called rotation. So from this we understand what is rotation. That is one full complete circle. The earth rotates like a spinning top on its imaginary axis with a speed of 1670 kilometers per hour on equator. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one full circle. This motion of the earth is called rotation. Now, what does happen because of the rotation of the earth? That is what you can see. And this is what we experience every day. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. You can see the sun over here shining. You can see the earth over here. The sun rays fall on this part of the earth which is facing the sun. This part where night is written is the place where the sun rays do not fall. So this particular part will be having night, and this particular part which is facing the sun will be having day. And this rotation goes on. After it rotates, this particular part will be having night, and this particular part will be having day. This is how the day and nights are caused. So the rotation of the earth causes day and night. Day and night are caused due to the rotation of the earth, which takes 24 hours. Right? We have got 24 hours in a day. So this rotation causes day and night, and it consists of 24 hours. Moving next is understanding the revolution of the earth along with the rotation. The earth revolves along with the rotation. So both the motions are together. You can see the sun over here. You can see the earth over here. The earth rotates. Along with the rotation, it also revolves round. So you can see rotation written over here. You can see the revolution written over here. So the earth rotates and it goes round and round and round, and then it comes back over here, and this cycle goes on. And this particular thing, this particular motion is known as the revolution. You can see the moon over here. This moon, it revolves around the earth. Rotation takes 24 hours. That is what we saw. That is spins like a top. And revolution takes 365 days. And it moves on a fixed path that is called an orbit. You can see the sun over here. It takes 365 days. You can see the earth over here, the rotation, the time period of 24 hours, and this earth particularly moves on this orbit only, which you can see in an oval shape. This is the fixed path in which the earth revolves. It is not going to revolve something like this. Just imagine if it happens like this, what would happen to us? So the earth has got a fixed path for its revolution, and it takes 365 days. Understanding it. The earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution around the sun. This period is called a year. That is 365 days, 1 year. It revolves around the sun at the speed of approximately 1,760 kilometers per minute, continuously on a fixed imaginary path called an orbit, which is oval in shape. The moon, the earth, the sun. The moon revolves around the earth, and the earth revolves around the sun. The earth makes an angle of 23.5 degree to its axis and 66.5 degree to its orbit. The tilting of the earth on its axis causes the varying lengths of day and night and change in seasons. So along with the rotation, we have days and nights, and along with the revolution, we have the change in seasons. So during rotation, we experience day and night, and due to the revolution, we experience the different seasons. At times, we have equal day and night. You can see the sun, you can see the sun rays over here, the earth, the North Pole, the South Pole, the equator, and the earth exactly divided into two. This is an imaginary figure. You can see the sun rays fall only on half part of the earth. The other part is in dark. So we have got equal day and night. Now the varying lengths of day and night. Dear students, you might be knowing that every day the days and nights are not the same. We say that a day is of 24 hours, but we don't have 12 hours day and 12 hours night. It differs. It differs according to the season, according to the rotation and revolution of the earth. In summer, we know that the days are very long and the nights are shorter. And if you see in the winter, the days are very short and the nights are very long. So that is the figure that indicates varying lengths of day and night. The rays of the sun fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June and on the Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December. Wherever the rays fall vertically, days are longer, and wherever they are slanting, days are shorter. The two tropics are in opposite hemisphere. That is what we saw in the previous figure. Now the revolution of the sun causes seasons. You can see the spring season here, summer, autumn and winter. The earth rotating in its orbit around the sun, a time period of 365 days, which is divided into three seasons, summer, winter, monsoon, which we know. Here it is mentioned spring, summer, autumn and winter. So there are actually three seasons that we experience. Right? So this is because of the revolution of the earth around the sun that causes the seasons. The cycle of seasons. The earth revolves around the sun, keeping its axis inclined in the same direction. So both hemispheres come opposite the sun alternately. The sun rays fall straight over the hemisphere which is tilted towards the sun. These straight rays give more heat. The day is also longer, so it is summer there. The hemisphere which is tilted on the other side will receive slant rays. This slant rays give less heat. Night is longer and day is shorter. So it is winter there. So when it is summer in northern hemisphere, it will be winter in the southern hemisphere and vice versa. Thus the cycle of season continues. A beautiful picture. Is it real or is it something just imagined? It is the sun at midnight in Norway. It is not an imaginary picture. It is a real picture. And where do you get to see this? You get to see this in Norway. Why is it so? Norway is in the northern hemisphere. Between 21st March to 23rd September, the northern hemisphere remains tilted towards the sun. During this period, the sun does not set near the Arctic Circle in northern hemisphere between middle of May till the end of July. The sun continues shining even at 12 midnight. So Norway is called a country of midnight sun. So the image that you saw in the previous slide is real. It's not just a picture. So that was all about chapter number 2. I hope that you understood this lesson. If not, try to see the video again, try to recollect, read, try your best. At present, you are in a situation where self-study is more important than a classroom study. Students, all the best. Always be positive. Do your best and give your best. I love you all. Bye.